Hi, this is attorney Sam Brotman here with Brotman Law in San Diego, and we're doing a special video blog post in order to advise Amazon sellers about what to do with the recent information that California has issued a formal legal demand to Amazon. So first, a little bit of background about me and our firm. We're located in San Diego, California, and we focus on state-specific tax issues. And more specifically, over the last few years, we've been helping Amazon sellers and other online sellers get into compliance with the myriad of state and local uh, sales tax laws and state income tax laws that have affected sellers. Um, Many people have heard about the recent decision in Wayfarer, where the court basically blessed South Dakota's law of allowing an economic nexus as opposed to the traditional physical presence test. And the significance of this is that it opened the door for California and a number of other jurisdictions who had laws on the books concerning economic nexus to go forward with enforcement efforts. And the recent legal demand is part of a trend that we've been seeing with California, and California has been getting increasingly aggressive towards out of state sellers who California considers having nexus in California just by lieu of the fact that they've been storing products in Amazon warehouses and using Amazon's FBA system. So, in many cases, there is sales tax liability, but there's also potentially state income tax liability as well. So now here's what to do about the recent demand. Many Amazon sellers today, some of them are clients, have gotten an email notification from Amazon stating that Amazon has been served with a valid legal demand and has been given until November 6th to comply with that demand and turn over all seller information and any tax identification numbers associated with Amazon sellers. The next thing that California will likely do is take this taxpayer identification information and run it through its database to see which entities have been filing California sales tax returns and which entities perhaps have not been filing California sales tax returns. There is a unit within the California Department of Tax and Fee Administration called the Out-of-State Compliance Division. So typically the first step in this process is once California is able to verify the information from Amazon, you'll probably receive a compliance letter from the department asking for information about your business. So they will send out a detailed questionnaire and instruct you to send it back to a compliance representative within a specified period of time, usually 30 days. It is important once you get this questionnaire to know that you are under an examination in California. At least for the time being, this is what we call a compliance examination. So the goal of the out-of-state compliance division is to get people who are outside of California registered with California and have them start paying sales and use. But the other part of this is that California is using out-of-state compliance to determine when Amazon sellers might have had nexus with California and to assert a back filing requirement. By virtue of sending out this letter, you essentially California has eliminated you from its voluntary disclosure program. So you are not eligible for voluntary disclosure. So California, in going forward, and in getting in compliance with California, you'll be required to file all of your back sales tax returns and pay interest and penalties associated with these filings, and go forward from there. And then California's collections department will start to take over. The first thing to do is don't panic. We've helped a lot of clients through this situation, and even in cases where clients were in clear violation of California law and have not been remitting California sales and use tax, we've been able to find manageable solutions for this. So the important thing is to reach out either to your CPA or to a qualified tax expert who can help you in answering the questionnaire. The most important thing at this point is controlling the scope of information that California has with respect to your business so that you can respond appropriately and not give them too much information. So the important thing to do is understand what your liability is, understand how far back your liability extends to, and then what your liability is not only in California, but in other jurisdictions where you may do a particular volume of sales. There are different nexus requirements depending on the different jurisdictions that you're in. Some adopt the South Dakota test, like the one found in Wayfarers. Others have a much more stringent standard. And each of the states has their own enforcement priorities. Some are focused on going retroactively, some are focused on going forward. So the important thing is not to panic. It's really important to really plot your next move, understand what the process is, and then kind of go from there and measure your response to California. And no matter which stage of this you're in, whether you're in compliance or whether you get selected for audit or whether you go through the collections process, there are a myriad of options that you can put into place that will help you and defend against these types of investigations. So the very first thing to do is, again, don't panic. Sit down with your tax professional, sit down with an attorney or a CPA, and really go through this information and measure your response. This problem isn't going to go away. This is really just the start of California taking a more aggressive stance towards out-of-state sellers, and it only is a matter of time. So please don't ignore the problem. Please sit down with somebody and then kind of go from there. If you have any questions, we've written a lot of information about this topic on our website, which is www.sambrotman.com. You'll find some of our other posts. If you need to, you're more than welcome to contact us, and we'd be happy to sit down with you for a consultation to get in more in depth on the specifics of your company, what its nexus exposure is, and then what we can do to mitigate it. So feel free to reach out to us. Our phone number and our website is on our phone number and our contact information is on our website, which is www.sambrotman.com. So look forward to hearing the comments on this post, and look forward to hopefully speaking with some of you in the future and navigating you through these issues. Thank you so much.